tribute by the chairperson, Comrade Stanley Letsoalo. Comrade Stanley, the floor is yours. We have increased your minutes. We understand as the branch you have a lot to say about Comrade Nkadimeng.
No, thank you very much, Chair. To the bereaved family, members of the National Executive Committee present, the provincial leadership of all provinces present, alliance structures, our veterans, and our distinguished guests, all protocol observed. On behalf of the Branch Executive Committee of John Nkadimeng Branch, please receive our revolutionary greetings on this solemn moment in which we have gathered here, not only to mourn the sad passing of Ntate Nkadimeng, but to remember and to celebrate his life well lived. As you will know, that today we pay tribute to someone who was known for a vigor of health, tough as tick in his life, but because death deceives, today his life has abruptly succumbed to the inevitability of death, for we know there can be no life without death. Comrades and friends, our branch and the alliance as a whole, Ntate Nkadimeng's political home, the African National Congress, both in Gauteng and nationally, is wounded and in deep grief at this loss, especially at this point in our history as a movement. We're weeping today because a sparkling colossus among the earliest detachments of Chief Albert Lutuli ceased to breathe hope, inspiration, and a resolve that over time South Africa of our wish and of our dreams is in the making. The John Nkadimeng branch weeps because the moral figure that kept us in line, a forever giving fountain and reservoir of our value system that assures us of the victory and correctness of our policies, strategy and plans, is silenced. Indeed, a revolutionary compass has been broken, and the keenest blade on the battlefronts of radical socio-economic struggles in the trenches of our country is broken. Comrades, fellow mourners, we all weep for the son of the soil. We weep for the hero of our townships and our provinces, a distinguished freedom fighter, a patriot and a bearer of hope for our country's bitter struggle against the demon of white domination has departed. We weep for a man who made it his business that positive messages and his movement's plans be received by society with no distraction. Then silently he bowed down to fate, succumbing the stealth of death as though he hoped we would not notice that a jewel on our crown has fallen. He's a person who was passionate about the national democratic revolution and fundamental social transformation as we had known him to be, and neither would he allow his personal circumstances and the knowledge that many amongst us had the capacity to assist distract him from his deep commitment to the movement. He reminded us through force of his example that when we join the struggle, we should harbor no personal ambitions other than the dream of freedom from oppression. It was neither for glory nor distinction that his generation of fulcrum against the most brazen system that brutalized them, they took to the struggle, abandoning their youth and everything that was dear to them, committing all their energies and efforts to the fight to emancipate our people from the indignity of oppression and exploitation. Of all the everlasting tributes to such figures, one that stands out is that at some point they came to understand the overriding mission of their generation, located and subjected themselves as individuals among and to the collectives, crafted for us a vision of the future that would far outlive their own moral existence. To Comrade Nkadimeng, we say to you that we did not come here only to mourn your passing. We have come to salute you for what you were. You were a fearless shock troop of our revolution who bequeathed victories to his people. You have always kept focus, and the results are the testaments of the rarity of your kind and awesome phenomenon in our social-political skies. and in knitting together the million little things that you did that define you as a father and a trustworthy comrade, the biography that we have written in our hearts and engraved in our minds tells the story of a man of courage. As a patriot, your voice of reason resounds with the force of substance that was inspiring in national consciousness. Your life has shown that whatever a human being sets his eyes on, so shall he achieve. And this was demonstrated equivalently when you came into the spotlight, when you became the General Secretary of SACTU. You also tirelessly worked towards a single federation of the workers. You brought clarity to the purpose of our struggle, constantly reminding our people at all times, even during the 1956 treason trial, that we stand by our leaders. During those difficult times of the struggle under the clarion call that freedom in our lifetime, wherever you were in life, you truly resembled the keenest blade on the field of our country, a shepherd of our collective hopes and dreams. Today, all different generations of our glorious movement have been summoned to bid you farewell, and indeed our country is bereaved of a valuable and much valued citizen whose absence will be difficult to fill with equal endowments. In celebrating his life, we will write Ntate Nkadimeng's deeds in our hearts, and we shall tell them to the young, to those yet to be born, that once in our lives we were gifted with the life of a luminary who shone his bright light over us, an activist whose life was built on conscience and decorum. Dao, your passing has permitted us to reconnect and reflect on the role you have played in the struggle. To the grandchildren of Ntate Nkadimeng, the remarkable gift you can give to your grandfather is to remain true to his values of justice, sacrifice, freedom, and love for education. To the family and to Nkadimeng, on behalf of the branch of John Nkadimeng, we say to you today, you were his pride and love at all times, because a national cause of the struggle for national liberation, he would reduce and deduct it from you and your precious time. We are saying we thank you for raising him and nurturing a fighter for justice and allowing him time and space to participate in our struggle. We wish you comfort during this time and trust that time shall heal your wounds. We shall miss him dearly. Thank you, Chair.